welcome in. Today we are going to make a hat. Okay, so I'm going to use this yarn. So the hat I had made already in my on my channel. So we are just going to make that one. So let me show you the hat. Okay. Hi Sanja, welcome in dear. Sorry for the glare. Okay, so this is the hat we are going to make for today. Okay, it's the stepping stone, or I really don't know. I forgot the name of the video. But this is the hat we are going to make. Okay, using the same yarn. So I have the video on my channel, but unfortunately I think I have given it to my sister or sister-in-law. I really don't remember, so I'm going to make one for me today. So this is the hat we are going to make. Okay, how are you, Sonja? I hope you're doing good. So for making this hat, I'm going to use this yarn. Okay, the same yarn I used for making the hat. So I have the one ball remaining of it. So okay, it's 100-gram yarn count as 4 blend acrylic and nylon. Okay, so I guess the black color which is there is nylon yarn, nylon in that. Okay, so that's what we are going to do today. Welcome in everyone. Thank you for coming. Sorry, I just dropped my hook. Okay, so we are going to start by the sun circle, grabbing the yarn. Okay, we are going to chain 2. Hi Liz. Good morning dear. So good to see you. Thank you for coming. Welcome in. So we are going to start by chaining 2. Thank you dear, thank you so much. And now we are going to make the cluster stitch which we called. Okay, hi, welcome in. So we are going to do 5 unfinished double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, let me get my yarn. Pull through all 5. Okay, chain 2. Now we are going to make we are making a hat, Liz. We are making a hat, but if you want to know how to make this cat, sleeping cat, I have the live stream making this. Okay, so I have made it. So there is a live stream for it, so you can always go and check. So we are going to make 6 cluster stitches, okay, in this circle. So this is 1. Okay, then let's do another one. 1 half double crochet, unfinished double crochet, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull it through all. My yarn is not coming out nicely. Let me grab a little bit. Okay, Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much. And then chain 2. So after every cluster you finish, you're going to chain 2. Okay? And then do the next cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and pull it through, chain 2. So we have done 3 cluster. Okay, let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can use any yarn. Okay, this is not necessary you have to use a particular yarn. It's all about measurement. Okay, chain 2. Oh, thank you, Liz. Thank you so much for reminding. Welcome in, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pull it through, chain 2. Okay, last cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pull through, chain 2. Okay, now we have finished. So make sure you have your 6 cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you have to have 6 chain 2 spaces in that. So at last you're going to chain 2, and then we are going to slip stitch. Hi Dee, welcome in, dear. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. So we are going to go in this top space. Okay, you can get a space here. You see, when we do the chain, when we pull through and then we do chain 2, so there is a space here. So in that space we are going to slip stitch to join. Okay, then slip stitch in this space here. So we are going to always start our round in the space. Okay, chain 2 for starting the round. Now in this space, I'm glad to have you here, dear. Thank you so much for coming. It's nice to see you. So now we are going to increase in this next round. So in this first space we are going to put 2 clusters. Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Aren't they cute? The sleeping cat. They are there. I made them in the live stream, so you can take all your time to make them slowly and gradually. We make them in the live stream, so you can watch that. Okay, that was for my celebration of 2K. Okay, this was the special edition made for the completion of 2K, so you can go and watch that. Okay, so now for the next round we are going to put 2 cluster stitches in each. Okay, so we are increasing 1/2 finish double crochet, 2. Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you, Liz. So 3, 4, and 5, and pull through, chain 2. So always chain 2 in between each of the cluster stitch. Okay, 3, 4, and 5, pull it through, chain 2. Okay, now let's go for the next space here. So we skip this cluster stitch, and now we are only aiming the spaces. Okay, second cluster, so we are going to put 2 cluster stitch in this space, 2 to 4 and 5, pull it through, chain 2, 1 more cluster in that same stitch, 2. Hi Iki, how are you? Welcome India. 2, 3, 4 and 5. How are you doing, dear? Now we go in the next space and we make 2 cluster, 3, 4 and 5, pull it through, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, pull it through, chain 2. Oh, thank you, Dee. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay, so let's go into the next space. Oh, thank you, Iki dear. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's all because of you people supporting me. So sweet people supporting me. And that's so nice. Okay, so we are making a hat. And this is the hat. I don't have the hat to show, but I can show the picture. So this is the hat we are making. Okay, cluster stitches. Okay, so this is the one we are going to make today. So it's all about the cluster stitch, and you don't have to worry which yarn to use. You can use any yarn, whichever you like. It's just the measurement you have to follow for getting your size. Oh, thank you, Vicky. Thank you so much. So I will show you how to do that. Okay, we'll get to that. So we are at the second round increasing. Okay, so I did 1, 2, and this is the third cluster stitch, 4 and 5, chain 2. So all my patterns are the same, like you can follow it according to your measurements and do it for your size. 2, 4, 5 and pull it through, chain 2. So we are doing 2 cluster stitch in each of the chain 2 spaces from the previous round. Okay, 3, 2 to 4. Thank you, Dee. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull through all the stitches, chain 2. Okay, so we have the last space here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull through, chain 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull through, chain 2. Okay, don't forget your chain 2 before you attach at the top of this single this chain here. okay, on top of that puff stitch, cluster stitch. So sorry, I'm just confusing now. Okay, by saying cluster stitch or puff stitch, but it is a cluster stitch. Okay, so we have this for the second round. So let's go for the third round. For starting the any round, we have to come into the spacing here. Just close the spacing, slip stitch and join, chain to start always around. And now in the first space we are going to put 2 cluster stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull through, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull through, chain 2. Now in the next space we are going to put 1 cluster stitch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull through all, chain 2. Now we go in the next space and we are going to put 2 cluster stitch. Now you can see in the previous round it was an increase, so you're going to increase in that. Okay, so we are going to increase by putting 2 cluster stitches. 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull through, chain 2, and then so this is what we are going to follow. Increase, that is 2 cluster stitch and then 1, 2 and then 1. So now it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull through all, chain 2, and then after 1 it is 2. So you can just see that there is an increase in previous round and you're going to increase in that round only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hi Sam, good morning dear. Welcome in. 1, 2. And we are going to, how are you dear? We are making a hat, Sam. We are making a hat, a cluster stitch hat. I'm using, this is, you can say, it's a DK yarn, okay, and I'm using 5.5 mm hook. So you can use any hook, whichever you like. Okay, and if you like to have a video tutorial for this, I have it on my channel. 1, 2. So now it's the increase. So it has been a long time since I made this. So just working through it. 2 to 4, 5. I like to count always when I'm making the cluster stitch. because then I may forget how many I did. 1, 2, and now it's 1. How are you, Sam? I hope you're doing good today. 4 and 5. This is a very easy pattern and very fast moving. So if you have a thick yarn, this is really going to move very fast. I'm good, dear. I'm doing good. 4, 5. That was the increase, so I had to increase it. So I have to do 2 in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pull it through, chain 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 2, and we have our last increase here. Mm, 4 and 5, pull through, chain 2, you can always just go by seeing where the increase is there. You put an increase where just 1 is there, 1 space is there, you can put 1. So here's my last cluster. So it is just going to be a 1 cluster, chain 2 before you finish your round, and you're going to slip stitch on top of the cluster stitch here, the chain which we do in that. Slip stitch and join, or you can go directly in the space, but I like to join my round on top of the cluster, then go in the chain 2 space here for starting the new round. Okay, then chain 2 and we prepare for the next round. So this is the third round. You can see how nicely it is an increase. Okay, so let's measure it. Okay, see, you can see it's nearly 4.5. So we need 7 inches. Okay, so we are going to increase till we get 7 inches. So we are here in the space, and previous round it was an increase, so we will increase. We will put 2 cluster stitch in that. So 3, 4 and 5, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the increase. Now the next increase is here. So we have 2 spaces here, so we are going to put 1 cluster in each. Two, 3. Welcome back, dear. Welcome back. 2, 2, 4, 5. Thank you for coming. Hi, Litty. Welcome in, dear. Good to see you. Oh, right. Oh, Sandy. That's nice. Hi, Sandy. Welcome in, Sandy. That's a nice name. 3, 4, and 5. How are you, little dear? I hope you're doing good. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 2. Okay. So we have 2 increases here, and we have 2 cluster stitches in between. Okay, so that's the pattern for this round. 2, 5, 2 to 4, 5. So here we add the increase and we do the increase. And now we are going to put 2 cluster stitches in 2 spaces. 1, 2, and 5. Pull through chain 2. Cluster stitches are very nice stitches, but only thing you have to do is you have to keep a track of the double crochet you put, unfinished double crochet that you put, 5 of them. That's the only thing. Otherwise they're very fast and very easy to work. I have been distracted here. So this was the increase and this is only 1 cluster stitch. Okay, so I have to go to the next one here. Now is the increase. Three, 'This is an increased place, so we'll increase in that. if you have any questions, you can always ask me. Okay, now we have last two cluster stitches in two different places. Once you finish, going to slip stitch to join, slip stitch in the space, chain 2 to start a new round. And this is the, we have 1 2 3 4th round. Okay, now let's measure the 4th round, and it is 6. So now this is a very good size for children. Okay, now up till 7 to 8, means up to 8 years, it is a very good going. Okay, so now further than this, you will need to increase more, like one more round. Okay, so now we are going to do last round of increase, and I think that will be all for the increase, and we will get our 7 inches. Let's see. Okay, 5 and 2. Now see, I have to increase in the first space. Totally forgot it. 2, 4, and 5. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for coming. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, and now this time we have 3 spaces. Okay, 1 2 and 3 spaces before the increase. So we are going to put 3 cluster stitches. 1, 3, 4, 5. Chain 2, and now is the increase. That's the increase. Now, as the fall is coming, you can notice that weather has changing, and it is really getting cold slightly, and it's nice. So I was searching my hat, and I was not remembering that where I gave it, whom I gave it, and I think I either gave to my sister or my sister-in-law or my daughter. These are the 3 people who take the, I love to give them my hats because they love to wear it. So I wanted one more for myself. So I said, why not make it? And it has been a long time since I made this, and it's a very beautiful stitch pattern, and it's a beautiful yarn. I love this yarn. Perfect for fall. It has a green, some green, black, brown, and some red in it. It's beautiful. So has anyone started fall projects or anything fall related? Looking so beautiful. Can you imagine just with, I'll tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds, we have covered such a big place. Like it has increased 7 inches just with 5 rounds. So fast moving. Okay, so we have finished this 5th round. Okay, so now let's measure the measurement from one corner to another corner. Okay, and it is 7 inches. So perfect. So that's what is for an adult size. Okay, that's 7 inches for an adult size. So now what we are going to do, so we have finished the crown part of the hat, and now is the only part we have to need is to work the hat downwards. And now we are just going to put one cluster in each, so no more increasing. All the increasing is up till you get your 7 inches. Now if you're working a thin weight yarn or foam medium or bulky weight yarn, you can get it with different row count or round counts. So you just need to get 7 inches, that's all. And once you have your 7 inches, it is one cluster stitch in each, okay, for the whole round. And chain 2 in between. Now here, instead of chain 2, you can do chain 1 if you like, but I like to keep that chain 2. 2 to 4 and 5. 1, 2, just one cluster stitch in each of the chain 2 spaces till we reach the end. Even the increased stitches, just one cluster stitch. Okay, so here I finished the round of one cluster stitch in each. Okay, so now you can see the curve is really coming. Okay, for the hat, then that's the perfect one. That's how what we need. So now we are going to just carry on putting cluster stitch. Okay, for how long we have to do? So we are going to do it till we get 7 inches. So now we have 4 inches after folding. So we have folded at the center here and in this way, and we have got 4 inches from the top to the end. Okay, so now we have got 4 inches, so we are going to put 3 more inches for this hat, just going round and round, and 3 more inches for the hat, and then we are going to put 2 inches for the brim. Okay, so and that we are going to go do tomorrow. So for today, this is the first part of the hat. Okay, and if you like, you can go ahead and finish your 7 inches, or tomorrow we will do it together. Okay, so thank you everyone for being here, and I really appreciate you coming here, and thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care and bye bye.